Okay, this is my first time going live on this office computer. So hopefully it do pretty good. But what I want to do is encourage you real quick. So hopefully um, you all can me. Maybe someone could you hear me pretty good, Rodney? Hey Rodney, love you. Hey Mercedes Bates, do you all hear me? Let me know. Hey Mrs. What is it? Naima. Do you all hear me? Okay, perfect. So basically, I'm sitting in the office. I think I'm about to leave, but I often think about myself and the things that I went through, you know, something. And I want to say this to you, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Don't you stop dreaming, writing down your visions and goals, confessing your making your confessions, spending time with God, reading your Bible, dreaming big, exercising, taking care of yourself, believing in yourself no matter what. Let me tell you what the enemy do. He will find your weakest link and use that to try to put a noose around your neck and hang you. That's what the devil wants to do. So what I mean by the weakest link, every time I used to step out to do ministry, he would start attacking my bills. That was the major fear and attack that he would throw at me. Why would he do that every time? Because it worked. See, Satan is going to do what works. So it's very hard trying to preach, trying to pursue your dreams, trying to focus on your goals when you are in debt, when you got bills coming to your door every day, when if your marriage is falling apart, if things is happen in your home, you about to get evicted, you don't know what to do, you don't know which way to go, you confused, it's hard to focus when you are in any of those modes. And that is just some of the things. But the point is, the enemy finds your weakest link. And whenever you step out of his cage, out of his box, out of his perimeter, out of his vicinity, he's coming after you with whatever affects you to keep you from moving forward. So what you got to do, you got to keep going in the face of fear and opposition. You got to keep going no matter what. You got to keep moving no matter what. See, let me tell you something. If you think you need people to make your dream come to pass, the devil is a liar. If you think you need money to make your dream come to pass, the devil is a liar. If you think you need support, if you think you need anything outside of you and God, the devil is a liar. And here's the thing. You are the gift. You are the blessing. Those things don't come because you don't going forward with your dreams. Those things come because you are the dream. You are the blessing. When you step forward, everything you need, God has already provided. Everybody that you need to support you, God has already provided. But they're not supporting you because of it's not your thing is not moving forward because of them. Your thing is moving forward because of you. See, I used to think it was the other way around. I thought if I can just get in the presence of somebody that was making things happen, then my stuff will start moving forward. See, I always thought it was somebody else. I never believed in myself enough to know, wait a minute, it's you. Everything you need is within you. You understand? Those other things are just clothes. Let me tell you what I mean by that. The baby is within you. Imagine a pregnant woman. She's pregnant with that baby. Everything that baby needs is within her. That baby is within her. The only thing she's doing is carrying that baby and feeding that baby. But once that baby is born and the umbilical cord is cut, that baby is its own entity. The only thing we got to do for that baby is provide clothing. Don't nobody make that baby. That baby don't nobody need to come along and give that baby a leg. Don't nobody need to come along and give that baby an eye or ears. You know, when you were born normally, Now, of course, there are babies that are born with defects, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when that baby is born normally and naturally and the way it's supposed to be born, that baby come out with its 2 eyes, 2 ears, a face, nose, all the organs, from the skin to every cell to every ligament. You understand? That baby has everything it needs. The only thing you have to do is clothe that baby and feed that baby. Feed that baby. So here's the thing. That's the same thing with your dreams. When you birth out your dreams, that baby is a whole entity. That baby is a whole business, a whole whatever it is. The only thing people come along to do is help you clothe it. You understand what I'm saying? So don't you let nobody put a price tag on your blessing. Don't you let nobody put a limitations on your blessing. Don't you let nobody give you no okay, whether you can start a business or whether you can go forward with the dream that God gave you. No, you need nobody's approval for the things that God has given you to birth out in this world and in your lifetime. You understand what I'm saying? See, listen, a washing machine does not need approval to wash. Why? Because that's what it was created for. The only thing that washing machine needs is somebody to start it. I'm here to help you to start what God has already put in you. You understand what I'm saying? You was created to move. You was created to wash. You was created to walk. You was created to soar. You was created to fly. Come on, y'all. All you need somebody to do is push start. See, let me tell you. I'm here to push. God has already started this, and God is going to finish this. You understand? See, God has started what he put in you already, and he's obligated to finish it. Read Philippians 1:6. And read Zechariah, if I'm not mistaken, chapter 1, verses 4 through 6. Listen, or either I believe Zechariah chapter 4. Listen to me. God is going to finish what he started in you. The only thing you need is a push. So I'm here by the power of the Holy Spirit to push you to start. How about that? Now, I ain't come up with these analogies. God is talking to his people. Okay? He sent little bitty old Joy, light-skinned Joy from St. Louis, Missouri, to get on this internet to tell his people all around the world, it's time for you to start moving forward no matter what. Don't you let the bills stop you, baby. When I started this business, I didn't have a dime. I didn't even have listen here. I didn't even know how much money I would need to register the business. All I knew I was going to meet, and I'm yelling. I just yell. Girl, when I tell you, I don't be trying to yell. It just come out like that. I have to catch myself. Sometimes I say, girl, you just screaming. Anyway, listen to me. When all I knew was that I was going to meet that girl in this building the specific day that I met her, okay, which was in October of 2014. I didn't even have the money, or I didn't even know how much it was going to cost to register the business. So I prayed and said, God, bless me to have enough money to register the business. So when I got here, she said it was going to be $25 for one thing, $10 for another thing. She said, but you can pay that later. And it was going to be $50, I believe, for something else. It's by the grace of God that I had that $75. So it took me $75 to register this business. She gave me the proposal for free. I even told her, I'll pay you. I didn't know how, but I worked and I knew my God was able. So I was walking by faith. The only thing I did was walking in the direction of the dream that God showed me. So I didn't just come up and do something. So let me tell y'all something real quick. Let me go back a little bit. I want to go back a little bit. I want to divert a little bit. Let me tell you something. I used to try to do everything to be successful. I had my insurance license. I even went off and got a salon and had enough faith to get a building with, and we had enough faith to get all these stations for the salon I had enough faith to do all that, but that was not what God wanted me to do. I tried to be a travel agent and have me and Greg pay $500 with YTW trying to be our own travel agent. I used to always try to start businesses because I knew I was an entrepreneur. I just didn't know I was an entrepreneur. You understand? I wanted to be. Let me tell you how I knew I was an entrepreneur. Because every time I walked into anybody's business that had their own business, I ain't talking about like Sears or JC Penney's. I'm talking about businesses that the owner was there. Like if I dealt directly with the owner, something in me stirred up. Something in me said, I used to admire those people that had their own business. I used to go to the nail shop and see their little kids. They had their little kids paint people's toenails. And if you think just because they little kid is painting your toenails that you're not going to pay them, oh, no, baby. They was going to charge you the same thing they charged if a grown person was sitting there painting your toenails. But what it was, they was teaching their children. They had provided their children with a establishment where they can work and get paid. They was training their children up in the way that they should go. So that stuff inspired me. I said, I want that for my kids. That's how I knew I was an entrepreneur. Because let me tell you something. When I got saved, the only thing I wanted to do was preach. I didn't care about a business. I didn't care about none of that. Matter of fact, all my other gifts, I threw them away. But I didn't know I was planting those gifts. See, you got to have a death, a burial, and a resurrection. See, I thought I gave everything up for preaching. But what I did was I buried those. And now they're resurrecting. That's why I'm not just a preacher. I'm more than that because God has entrusted me with these gifts. So I got to be a good steward by utilizing these gifts that He's invested in me. Now I got to invest, use these gifts so I can receive reciprocity off of these gifts and talents, so that I can have something to show when God come back and say, what did you do with the gifts and talents that I've given you? Just because I'm a preacher don't mean I disregard the other gifts. See, I did that for years. All I did was preach, and all my bills was due. All I did was preach, and I might not even have no gas money to get back home from the preaching engagement. Because let me tell you something. For almost 20 years, nobody gave me nothing for preaching. I used to go preach. Nobody would give me a seed, $3, $5. But then all of a sudden, about maybe 5 years ago, that shifted. People started giving me 150, 200, 100. All of a sudden, nobody did not sow a seed in me when I preached. So God was letting me know your season has shifted. Now, remember when Jesus told the disciples, when you go out 2 by 2, don't take nothing with you, no money bag, no sword, no nothing. But then it came a time when Jesus said, okay, I want you to take your money bag. I want you to take a sword. See, it comes a time when God said, okay, now it's time for you to be blessed for using your gifts and talents for me. Anyway, so let's come back here. So now I realize, after being evicted so many times, well, eviction notices and foreclosing on our homes and losing rental properties and losing rental properties that we were living in and the ones that we had, cars repossessed. God, what's going on? You can't keep going to the mailbox, Joy, expecting a check when you haven't did anything to generate a check. See, I was the faith queen, but I ain't have no action. I ain't put no action with my faith. I just had faith, but no action. And the result of that was no manifestation, only tears. So the Bible says that God stores your tears up in heaven. Oh, well, baby, ain't no telling how many bottles I got up there. It comes a point when you got to mature enough to know that faith without works is dead. That's why people leave God, because they think their faith is so strong and nothing happens. You got to put some, girl, look, you got to sow some seed. If you want to be blessed like you think somebody else is blessed, you better sow seed into them. Ask me how I know, baby. I ain't even going to talk about it because it ain't your business. I'm telling you what to do. You want to see some things move, you better fast, you better pray, you better get in the presence of God so you can hear what he's telling you to do. And it's the small, listen, God might not tell you to go and get a proposal. He might say, sow a seed to your church. He might say, sow a seed to somebody. See, when God is about to bless you, he'll start telling you to sow seed. Every time I turn around, he tell me to sow, baby. I tell my husband, baby, God says sow 300. Baby, God says sow 500. Baby, God says sow 1,000. He don't say nothing but okay. And we sowed them seed. We've been doing that ever since. We've been doing that forever. That's what I'm saying. When your harvest come up, that's why you can't never be jealous of somebody else's harvest, because you don't know what they've planted. Okay. Somebody needs to hear that. But anyway, what I'm telling you is this. I sat down there. I didn't know if I was going to have enough. I don't even know how much I had in my bank account. Girl, I don't even know. But God blessed me to have enough to start the business. Then I got the lease. I had to have $300 to get my lease. But guess what? I gave him $300 in October of 2014. And I didn't pay him anything else until September of 2007. Until January of 2017. And then when I gave him some money $300 in 2017, he told me don't worry about paying him anymore until I didn't pay him again until I think August of 2017. That's when you know it's God and you got favor on your life. But if I hadn't never moved forward, I would have never even got to that stage. You hear me? And if you want something bigger, you got to do something bigger. You got to do something, baby. So I'm just telling y'all, listen, this is all I'm saying. Let me tell you. I'm just thinking about my struggle, and I want to help you all. Okay? I thought I was anointed. I thought I was blessed. I thought other people was going to feel the same way and come and invest in me. Joy, I want to invest in you. Here's sowing seed. Here's sowing seed. Here, Joy. Because then I needed money. I needed money to pay for the studio time with my music. I needed money for this. I needed money to help me write a book. Nobody came. So guess what? I started believing in myself. And guess what else? I started investing in myself. At first, it used to be impossible to try to, who I'm gonna get to make me a flyer? Would you make me a flyer? No. How much you charge to make your flyers? How much you charge to record the conference? How much it costs to go to the studio? How much it costs to fix up my office? How much it costs? You see, I invest in joy, baby. You got to believe in yourself. First of all, you got to believe in God, and you got to invest in his kingdom. Second of all, you got to believe in yourself, baby. Invest in yourself. Stop waiting for somebody to come along and pat you on your back. Girl, listen, because let me tell you something. It won't happen. You got to believe in yourself. Believe in what God put in you, because you will be held accountable for the gifts that he put in you, whether you use them or whether you don't. How about that? So, with that being said, I love y'all, okay? I want y'all to stay focused no matter what, okay? Guard yourself from distractions. Guard yourself from fear. Guard yourself from laziness. Guard yourself from doubt and unbelief. Guard yourself from negative people. And shut your mouth. How about that? Shut up. Stop telling everybody what God has given you to do. Okay? What the dream God just gave you? Listen, if you feel led to call and say, Sister Joy, God gave me a dream, I'm not call, but email me, then I want you to pray on this dream with me. You can share it with me. That's strictly for prayer, because the devil ain't in that entity. But you better be careful. Don't you just go telling it to anybody. I don't care if it's your mama, your sister, your brother, your husband. I don't care. You better be led by God who to talk to. Okay? Because remember, Judas was open enough for the devil to enter him to betray Jesus. So you don't know how open people are and susceptible to Satan. You don't know what the monitoring spirits are. You don't know who's there to destroy you. You don't know where the enemy's listening ears are coming from. So pray, and fast and trust God. And listen, the Bible tells us more than once, watch as well as pray. Okay? Now I'm giving y'all, I'm just giving y'all the best of me. So everybody ain't gonna receive it, but that's on them. The ones that God, put it like this, the one who has an ear to hear what thus said the Lord, listen, hear what he says and go do it. Jesus' mama say, whatever he tell you to do, do it. And Jesus said, go fill those water pots. Go bring me the water pots, and I want you to fill them to the brim. Now take them to the master. As they took them to the master, the water was turned into wine. All you do, go get your fast. Go get your go get your food for your fast. Go get yourself ready for your fast. Go get your confessions and write them down. And then as you going, go sow your seeds. As you going, doing whatever he tell you to do, what's gonna happen? He gonna turn your situation into a miracle. He gonna turn your water into wine. Okay? I'm only trying to help you, because I know how I feel to wait 20 years. Look, this say 20%, but 20 years. I waited 20 years. People don't want to wait a day. But in that 20 years, God was making me. I didn't know it. I thought he forgot about me. If it wasn't for God showing up periodically and and fixing something for me and Greg, I would have thought that he didn't care about me. But he showed me just how much he cared because he was preparing me. It just took him 20 years to prepare me. It don't have to take him that long to prepare you. Or maybe it do. But however long it take, go on and get in it. Go on and get in. Get locked down with God. He gonna release you when it's time. So you think you're in prison right now, but you're not. You're in preparation. You're in the oven. And when you come out, baby, you're gonna be smelling so good. You're gonna be looking so good. So when you get cooked just at the right temperature, the right timing, when you're released, you're gonna look so good. The aroma of the Holy Spirit is gonna smell so good. The blessings and miracles that you're going to see God work in you, for you, and through you are going to be so good. So I love y'all, okay? I want y'all to have a blessed day, okay? And you do what you got to do. Keep moving forward no matter what, okay? Give me some kisses. Give me some kisses. Give me some kisses. I love y'all so much, okay? I love you. Okay, give me 10. I'm waiting for 10. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Come on, one more. 2, 1. I love y'all, okay? I hope y'all hear me really clearly. I love you. Have a blessed day, okay?